The news headline: CJN hits back at AGF over utterances against judiciary. Thank you for tuning into the news. The news details. Abuja. The Chief Justice of Nigeria, Justice Tanko Mahmood, has lashed out at the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Abubakar Malami San, over his recent comment that the judiciary is responsible for delays in the dispensation of justice in the country. The AGF had categorically stated that the judiciary be held responsible for delays in the trial and delivery of judgments on corruption cases involving politically exposed individuals appears to be one-sided. In a statement by Awaka Yusuf Issa, Senior Special Assistant on Media to the CJN, Justice Mahmood, said the AGF's position was one-sided. The Nigerian judiciary is not here to lay claim to be perfect, but when the political and economic conditions under which it is operating is compared with its counterparts in other claims, it will be adjudged a prized model. The judiciary, by its constitutional position, does not have criminal investigation units or fraud detective squad to detect and investigate criminal involvement of any person. Neither does it have a garrison command to fight its cause or enforce its orders and decision, the CGN said. The Attorney General of the Federation, who made some utterances against the judiciary, saying that the judiciary is to be held responsible for delays in trial and also the delivery of judgment on corruption cases that involve political exposed individuals that appears to be one-sided. But the way it is now, the CJN said that the AGF's position was one-sided. The Attorney General of the Federation is a one-sided person who is on one side, and the judiciary does not have a criminal investigation unit or fraud detective squad that can make them detect and investigate criminal involvement of any person. So the AGF should know that. And this is also coming when CJN replies Malami on delays of high-profile corruption cases, budgetary secrecy. The Chief Justice of Nigeria, CJN, Tanko Mahmood, has denied the twin accusations of delaying high-profile corruption cases and running an opaque budget leveled against the Nigerian judiciary by the Attorney General, Abubakar Malami. Mr. Malami had about 2 weeks ago criticized the lack of transparency of the judiciary's budget. The AGF, who spoke at a Justice Sector Summit organized by the Nigerian Bar Association, NBA, challenged the judiciary to make its budgetary allocations and expenditures open. The judiciary had yet to respond to the charge when Mr. Malami, on Monday, blamed it for the protracted trial of high-profile corruption cases. The Justice Minister, during an interview on Channels Television's primetime program, Politics Today, on Monday, asserted that despite the legal framework put in place to speed up criminal proceedings, judges were still delaying timeous hearing and determination of such cases, particularly concerning politically exposed persons, PEPs, PS. Reacting to the allegation in a statement by a spokesperson on Tuesday, The CGN said Mr. Malami's criticism of the judiciary for the delays suffered in courts by high-profile corruption cases was one-sided. The position of the Minister of Justice and the Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami, san that the judiciary be held responsible for delays in the trial and delivery of judgments on corruption cases involving politically exposed individuals appears to be one-sided. Mr. Malami's allegation was only partially true, with reference to instances of delays caused by the federal government or its agencies. The report added that the comments by Mr. Malami ignored the past systemic problems in the nation's criminal justice system that are responsible for such delays. While acknowledging that the judicial arm of the government was not perfect, the CJN pointed out that when the political and economic conditions under which it is operating is compared with its counterpart in other claims, it will be adjudged a priced model. The federal government files frivolous charges it can't prove. Beset by filing of numerous count charges, the CJN said the federal government's prosecution sector files more charges than it can prove or provide witnesses to prove, ostensibly at times for the prosecution to even fail. Referring to the novel The Administration of Criminal Justice Act 2015, which was intended to address Nigeria's snail-paced criminal justice system, the head of Nigeria's judiciary said the legislation is infected with soils in some parts, making speedy adjudications improbable. He added, high volume of cases, limited number of judges, poor infrastructure or archaic equipment have compounded the woes of the judiciary in swiftly determining criminal cases. Mr. Malami had, in the course of his Channels television interview, ruled out a number of legislative and executive interventions that were targeted at resolving prolonged criminal trials. One of the innovative provisions of the ACJA is the day-to-day hearing of criminal cases, thereby addressing the delay tactics often employed by defense lawyers in suits involving PS. What's your take on this? When Malami said the judiciary are not doing their work concerning the alleged politically issues, that they are not doing the political issues. What's your take on that? Kindly share your thoughts. Thank you.